We are getting a first look tonight from the Congressional Budget Office at a report about what the new Republican health care reform bill would cost and how many people it would cover. Correspondent Peter Doocy is looking it over on Capitol Hill. Good evening, Peter.
Good evening, Brett. Remember, Republicans had to keep adding amendments to the American Health Care Act to win enough votes so it would pass, and now 20 days later, the Congressional Budget Office has added up the cost of the entire package. And the headline of this report that Democrats are jumping on tonight is that over the course of the next decade, there are a projected 23 million fewer people with insurance.
Unless you're a healthy millionaire, Trump care is a nightmare. This report ought to be the final nail in the coffin.
The Congressional Budget Office projects that if the American Health Care Act becomes law of the land, 51 million people under age 65 will be uninsured in a decade. That's 23 million more uninsured than if Obamacare remains in place. But the Budget Office also projects lower premiums and a deficit that's $119 billion lower. So Republicans, who have always been more about access to insurance instead of actual coverage, are claiming victory tonight. Speaker Ryan said, quote, "The CBO report again confirms that the American Health Care Act achieves our mission, lowering premiums and lowering the deficit. Because the deficit doesn't go up, the GOP can continue using something called reconciliation as a vehicle for the bill, which means Democrats can't filibuster, and the bill only needs 51 votes to pass instead of the 60 normally required. But even that may be ambitious. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell tells Reuters today, quote, "I don't know how we get to 50 votes at the moment, but that's the goal." A Fox News poll out tonight shows a 13% jump in voters who think Obamacare is good for the country since October of 2014, but insurance companies don't share the sentiment. Today, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City said they won't sell or renew any more plans on the Obamacare exchanges, with an official saying, quote, "The uncertain direction of this market is a barrier to our continued participation." Today's long-awaited Congressional Budget Office score will be used to pressure lawmakers who backed the bill, but some Republicans today weren't too concerned, reminding us the CBO score is basically just an educated guess.
It is hard to predict the future, and the CBO tries to do that, but they have historically been off on a number of items.
In the last hour or so, we've seen many more Democrats attacking this report than Republicans celebrating it. But by all indications, when the Senate finally takes it up, they are going to totally rewrite it. That means there will likely have to be another price tag. And that means, Brett, this could be the summer of the CBO.
All right, more on this with the panel. Peter, thank you.